Look at this side-by-side photo of these two teas. Which is better? This one is $2.50 and this one is about $3. So which one do you buy? If you knew the cheaper one would shrink after one wash, would that affect your decision? We're about to unravel the truth behind what makes a t-shirt last for the long haul in this episode of our series, Us vs. Them. Unfortunately, shrinkage is common with fabrics containing cotton, unless manufacturers, like Bella Canvas, take preventative measures against it. The reason natural fibers like cotton shrink is because the fibers want to return to their natural state. During the fabric making process, when fibers are spun into thread, there's a lot of tension put on the fibers, and they stretch out beyond their natural length. Then, when fibers are warmed by warm water or a hot dryer during the drying process, they try to return to their original state, and in turn, cause your clothes to shrink. The reason that more expensive pre-shrunk cotton does not shrink in the dryer is because of a process that takes place during the fabric finishing process, which basically gets the fabric to return to its natural state before the garment is sewn. With us, you get a maximum shrinkage of 5%, while the cheaper brands out there can shrink up to 10%. That's basically a whole size. We've invested in top-of-the-line equipment that sets the industry benchmark for minimal shrinkage. First, we overstretch the fabric widthwise to compensate for all the length tension it had in the previous processes. Next, it goes through shrink-drying chambers in which air blowers tumble the fabric, and heat triggers the cotton to revert to its natural state as it shrinks and dries the fabric. Kind of like a super fancy industrial version of your dryer at home. These shrink dryers are $1 million, so it's no wonder many manufacturers skip this step or do their own subpar version of it. Next, the fabric goes through a compactor, which compresses the length of the fabric using steam, making it physically shorter, since the length is where most of the shrinkage tends to occur. This ensures that when a tee comes to you, the fabric has been shrunk both lengthwise and widthwise. We guarantee a shrinkage rate of 5x5, meaning the absolute most it will shrink is 5% in both the length and the width. It's always good to leave a little room for shrinkage so you don't have the opposite problem, which would be the tee stretching out. Have you ever had a side seam tee where after a wash that side seam isn't quite on the side anymore? This happens when non-pre-shrunk fabric returns to its original state, pulling the seam along with it. Through our shrink drying process, by stretching and shrinking the fabric prior to sewing, we eliminate any torque or twisting of the fabric after it's been washed at home. I'm sure if you have a Bella Canvas tee at home, you notice how little it shrinks compared to other brands in your drawer. That's because we are the only manufacturer that has invested in top-of-the-line pre-shrink dryers like we've just shown you. With us, we want what you see to be what you get, with no surprises when you take our tees home. A tee like ours, that looks just as awesome after multiple washes as it does right out of the box, is just one of the things that separates us from them.